So I'm about halfway through my 30-day challenge and I'm falling a bit short with regards to reading one short story a day. But I've had quite a fun journey in terms of learning how to be comfortable in front of the camera, how to narrate better. To be honest, I still am not entirely sure how to do it correctly. Sometimes I feel like I'm going too fast. Other times I feel like I'm going too slow. Sometimes I feel like I sound like a robot. and other times I feel like I sound too serious. And so it's really difficult actually to be consistent with audio narratives. But it's still been a really worthwhile process for me, and certainly listening back to some of the stories to remind myself of the key points from those stories for my own healing purposes has been incredibly helpful, and I hope it's been helpful for some of my friends and family that have kindly listened along the way as I've shared the stories that I think that are relevant to them. So anyway, that was just a little mini update. Today I'm reading chapter 3, which is titled The Truth About Meeting Someone at the Wrong Time. This is actually the way that I found this book, this chapter. I was Googling about this very chapter title and came across a Pinterest image of the first page of this chapter and sent it to somebody that I felt like I had met at the wrong time shortly after becoming single. And it was weird because I guess it's like you can never decide like what happens in time. You can to some extent predict what happens, but with regards to meeting people and relationships, it's very difficult to predict. And as soon as I decide to myself, I'm going to be single for a year, I do not want to date, I do not want a relationship, I do not want emotional commitment. I then meet somebody that I get along with way too well, and it just feels like it could be the start of some kind of exploration down some relationship path, and I just really, really, really don't want it. So it felt like a challenge. It felt like there was a reason like that happened that was almost like to test myself and my own resolve, because I have very firm reasons for wanting to stay single, and it's really, really personal and really important to me, despite what people say about how I'm setting rules for myself and stuff like that. Like it means a lot to me. So this is why this chapter brought me to this book. And it's about time that I actually read the chapter. Yeah, here goes. The truth about meeting someone at the wrong time. Timing is something that none of us seem to get quite right with relationships. We meet the person of our dreams the month before they leave to go study abroad. We form an incredibly close friendship with an attractive person who is already taken. One relationship ends because our partner isn't ready to get serious, and another ends because they're getting serious too soon. It would be perfect, we moan to our friends, if only this were 5 years from now, or 8 years sooner, or some indistinct time in the future where all our problems would take care of themselves. Timing seems to be an invariable third party in all of our relationships, and yet we never stop to consider why we let timing play such a drastic role in our lives. Timing is a bitch, yes, but it's only a bitch if we let it be. Here's a simple truth that I think we all need to face up to. The people we meet at the wrong time are actually just the wrong people. You never meet the right people at the wrong time because the right people are timeless. The right people make you want to throw away the plans you originally had for one and follow them into the hazy, unknown future without a glance backwards. The right people don't make you and haw about whether or not you want to be with them. You just know. You know that any adventure you had originally planned out for your future isn't going to be half as incredible as the adventures you could have by their side. That no matter what you thought you wanted before, this is better. everything is better since they came along. When you are with the right person, time falls away. You don't worry about fitting them into your complicated schedule because they become part of that schedule. They become the backbone of it. Your happiness becomes your priority, and so long as they are contributing to it, you can work around the rest. The right people don't stand in the way of the things you once wanted and make you choose over them. The right people encourage you to try harder, dream bigger, do better. They bring out the most incredible parts of yourself and make you want to fight harder than ever before. The right people don't impose limits on your time, or your dreams, or your abilities. They want to tackle those mountains with you, and they don't care how much time it takes. With the right person, you have all the time in the world. The truth is, when we pass someone up because the timing is wrong, what we're really saying is that we don't care to spend our time on that person. There will never be a magical time when everything falls into place and fixes all our broken relationships. But there may someday be a person who makes the issue of timing irrelevant. Because when someone is right for us, we make the time to let them into our lives. And that kind of timing is always right.